What's going on, guys? It's Night Dog! Today, we will be going over the update to the Warden Healer Build for ESO Flames of Ambition patch. This build has been one of my most consistent builds, still, with a lot of the same setups, just minor tweaks here and there to the build. There was a lot of changes in this patch compared to the previous patch.
What's he doing, Precious? What's he doing? You stupid Zenimax, you ruined everything!
Well, do not panic. This build did not get nerfed from Zenimax. In fact, the build did get stronger in this patch. I will be going over the stats, skills, passives, gear I am running, and champion points. All this is coming up next. So let's dive into the build, starting off in our character sheet and quickly buff up our guy the best we can. So, starting off with max magicka sitting at 33,900, max health at 25,000, max stam at 13,500 with a magicka recovery at 2,300, health recovery at 477 with stam recovery at 790 on our front bar. But now if we go over into our back bar, our magicka recovery is at 2,500 with stam recovery at 870. Spell damage on the build does go up a little bit. On our front bar, our spell damage is sitting at 4,000 with a spell critical at 33.6% with spell penetration at 5,000. Back bar. On our back bar, our spell damage is at 3,700 with a spell critical at 33.5%, still spell penetration at 5,000. Now for resistance wise. Spell resistance is at 26,600 with physical at 17,700. Buff up the guy again. On our back bar, our spell resistance is at 27,100, physical is at 18,200. Attributes, we have 64 points into magicka because magicka is important for a healer. For stones, we are running the ritual to increase our healing done by 12%. Over into skills, starting on our front bar. First ability we have is Budding Seeds. Next we have Illustrious Healings. Third we have Radiate Regeneration. Fourth we have Energy Orb. Fifth we have Combat Prayer. And for ulti we have Enchanted Forest. Budding Seeds is found in the green balance skill line. Second ability to unlock. Morph it to Budding Seeds. Next ability we have is in the Restoration Staff skill line. First ability to unlock starts off as Grand Healing. We then morphed it to Illustrious Healing. Next ability we have is still in the Restoration Staff skill line. Second ability to unlock starts off as Regeneration. Morph it to Radiating Regeneration. Next ability we have is all the way down into the Undaunted skill line. It is the fifth ability to unlock starts off as Necrit Orb. We then morph it to Energy Orb. Next ability we have is all the way back up into the Restoration Staff skill line. It is the third ability to unlock starts off as a Blessing of the Protection. We then morph it to Combat Prayer. For the ultimate, where you go back up into the green balance skill line, starts off as Secluded Grove. We then morph it to Enchanted Forest. Over into the back bar, first ability we have is Lotus Blossom. Next we have Blockade of Frost, Enchanted Growth, Expansive Frost Cloak, Blue Betty, and for ultimate we have Aggressive Warhorn. First ability is found in the green balance skill line. It is the Fourth ability to unlock starts off as Lotus Flower. We then morphed it to Lotus Blossom. Next ability we have is in the Destruction Staff skill line. Second ability to unlock starts off as Wall of Elements. We then morph it to Elemental Blockade. Next ability we have is back up into the Green Balance skill line. It is the first ability to unlock starts off as Fungal Growth. We then morph it to Enchanted Growth. Next ability we have is in the Winter's Embrace skill line. It is the first ability to unlock, starts off as Frost Cloak. We then morph it to Expansive Frost Cloak. If you have enough resistance, even for the tank is using, let's say, a Warden tank, then my next suggestion then, instead of using Expansive Frost Cloak, would then be all the way down here in support. For the second ability to unlock, starts off as Purge. We then morph it to Cleanse, since we do not have a AoE cleanse like a Templar would have. This is our cleanse for the group. Next ability we have is all the way back up into the Animal Companion skill line. It is the fourth ability to unlock, starts off as Betty Natch. We then morph it to Blue Betty. And for ultimate, we're going all the way back down into the Assault skill line. Starts off as Warhorn. We then morph it to Aggressive Warhorn. For passives, starting with the Animal Companion skill line, you want to make sure to get all these passives here. Bond with Nature, Savage Beast, Flourish, and Advanced Species. Over in the Green Balance skill line, we want all these with Accelerated Growth, Nature's Gift, Emerald Moss, and Maturation. Winter's Embrace, we want all these passives as well with Glacier Presence, just in case if we switch our ultimate here to Sleet Storm with either Northern Storm or Permafrost. Frozen Armor, Icy Aura, and Piercing Cold. Now with the Destruction Staff too, we also want all these passive with Trifocus, since this affects our Ice Staff, giving us a damage shield. Penetrating Magic, Elemental Focus, or Force, Ancient Knowledge. Equipping an Ice Staff reduces the cost of blocking by 36% and increases the amount of damage we can block by 20%, since we are running a Frost. Destruction Expert. In the Restoration Staff, we want all these passes as well with Essence Drain, Restoring Expert, or Restoration Expert, Cycle of Life, Absorb, and Restoration Master. For light armor, we will want all these as well, with Grace, Advocate, Spell War, Prodigy, and Concentration. In medium armor, we'll want Dexterity, Windwalker, Agility, and Athletics. Heavy armor, we want Resolve, Constitution, Juggernaut, Revitalize, and Rapid Mending. For Fighters Guild, you do not need to get Intimidating Presence, but I do just for questing purposes. We will want Banish the Wicked, just on the off chance we actually end up killing an enemy, we will get 3 ultimate whenever we do kill somebody. Over in the Mages Guild, I just got Persuasive Will, just for questing purposes as I level up my character. In the Undaunted, we want Undaunted Command and Undaunted Metal. Over in the Assault, as you level up, you maybe want Continuous Attack. Mostly we want this just to gain Major Gallop at all times, increasing our mount speed by 30%, just to get from place quickly. We are running Argonian. You can run whatever race you so desire. Good top choices are typically a Breton, High Elf, even a Dark Elf would probably work. But choices are yours. I behoove you to pretty much play whatever makes you feel comfortable on playing. However, the nice thing about Argonians is you get Life Mender, increasing healing done by 6%. Argonian Resistant, increasing max health by 1000, and our Disease and Poison Resistant by 2300. And Resourceful, increasing our max Magicka and Stam by 1000, and when we drink a potion we restore 3000 health, magicka, and stam. Over in alchemy, we will want to get medicinal use just to increase our results on our potions 30% longer. This definitely will help a lot. And then finally over into provisioning, we want concierge because we are running a drink buff. If we were running a food buff, we will want gourmet to have 20 minutes on the duration of that one as well. Now going over the stuff we are running with our slottable items, the food I like to use is the ghastly eyeball. Just increase our max magicka and magicka recovery. If you do not feel comfortable with the amount of health you have, you can go back to what we ran in last patch, was the Witch Mother's Potent Brew, to have max magicka, max health, and magicka recovery. However, max magicka and magicka recovery is slightly lower than what ghastly eyeball is. For potions, there are a couple of choices here. You can run Tri Restoration potions, just increase your health, magicka, and stam recovery, along with getting those resources back when you drink one. You can run just an Essence of Magicka just to get magicka back and just increase your magicka recovery. I highly recommend at least running something that gives you magicka recovery to keep up your magicka recovery pool. The one that I like to use is Essence of Magicka here, which as you can see gives us max magicka back, increasing our magicka recovery by 30%. We also increase our spell resistance by 5,200 for 47 seconds. We also gain minor protection, reducing damage taken by 5% for 15 seconds. So when we need to kind of protect ourselves with a heavy hit, this is a really good potion to end up using. Over into the gear. Our front bar is the Restoration Staff of Julianos, weakening enchantment. With the powered trait, Law of Julianos set gives us 461 spell critical, 1000 max magicka, 641 spell critical again, and 293 spell damage. Yes, this is golded out, but it does not need to be golded. You will be perfectly fine in purple, and these are the levels that purple quality gives you. If this was totally golded out gear, your spell damage would be at 300. On our off bar, we have the Ice Staff of Julianos with the Crusher enchantment with the charge trait. For Monster Helm, we are running Symphony of Blades. Right now I have max health enchantment on this since it is a bigger piece, just to get my health pool up to a place where I like it, with divine traits. Typically all of our gear is going to be divine traits because we are running as a kind of DPS slash healer type build, or basically we are a healer and divine traits benefits us the best here, so everything is going to be divine traits. For the Symphony of Blades setup, for one piece you get 4% healing done. 2 pieces is when you heal an ally who is under 50% of their primary resources, grant them Meridian's Favor, which restores 570 magicka or stam every 1 second for 6 seconds. This effect can occur every 18 seconds per target. The resource that is given is returned based off the target's highest maximum resources. If they're high in magicka, they will get magic. If they're high in stam, they will get stam back. Chest is Julianos with max magic enchantment, divine traits. Shoulders, Symphony of Blades, max magicka, divine traits. Waist, Julianos, max magicka, divine traits. Then we are running, our last set that we are running is Spell Power Cure with max magicka enchantment, divine traits. Spell Power Cure gives us 1000 max magicka, another 1000 max magicka, 124 spell damage. And for 5-piece bonuses, when we overheal ourselves or an ally, we give our target Major Courage for 5 seconds, which increases their weapon and spell damage by 430. Other options that we can run, if you do prefer, is we can run the All-Rime set here if you are really good at target casting this to make sure that your allies are going to get that buff. However, if you're not, then I'd highly recommend stay on the Spell Power Cure. Now, if you're going to do this in a trial and the other healer decides to run either Spell Power Cure or All-Rime and you need a second option, my second option would be the Healer's Habit set. Healer Habits gives us max magicka, magicka recovery, spell damage, 5% healing done, and gain minor mending at all times, increasing our healing done by 8%. The All-Rime set that I was just talking about gives us magicka recovery, Gain minor ignis at all times, so we reduce the damage taken from dungeon trials and arena monsters by 5%. 129 Magicka recovery. And for 5 piece bonuses, casting an ability that leaves an effect on the ground in combat will create a circle of might for 5 seconds. Us and our group members in the circle gain major curse for 20 seconds, increasing our weapon and spell damage by 430 for 20 seconds. This effect can occur once every 10 seconds. So, back into the legs, we are running Juliana's here with max health enchantment, divine traits, feet, max magicka, divine traits. For the necklace, we are running spell power cure here with spell damage enchantment, healthy trait. For the rings, we are running magicka recovery enchantments on them with arcane trait on them. For champion point system, starting in the green tree, we have 20 points into glided fingers, 20 points into fortune favor, 15 into wanderer, 20 into breakfall, 33 into soul reservoir, 10 into steadfast enchantments, 50 into treasure hunter, 30 into rationer, 75 into liquid efficiency, and 50 into professional upkeep, just for flavor wise there. Over into the blue tree, we have 10 points into eldritch insight, 40 points into bless, 50 into focus mending, 50 into swift renewal, 50 into soothing tide, 10 into critical chance, 50 into fighting finesse, and over into this one, digging deep into this, we have 10 into piercing, 20 into flawless ritual, and 30 into war mage. Over into the red tree, we have 50 points into boundless vitality, 50 into rejuvenation, 40 into defiance, 45 into tumbling, 20 into mystic tenacity, 40 into survival instincts, 25 into tampered souls, 50 into spirit mastery. There you have it for the Wyress build in the Flames of Ambition patch. Thank you all for watching. If you guys could, please take a moment of your time and click that subscribe button if you like the channel, and also to help support the channel here. If you want to be updated and notified about my builds or anything that I update, smash that notification bell so that way you get that update. You can also then go over to Twitch and help me support me over there. I do stream over there regularly at 6 p.m. Eastern or Central Time during the work week, Monday through Friday typically. If you have any questions about the build or any concerns about anything, leave them down in the comments below. If you want to and more comfortable with it, you can also message me over on Twitter. Be there. So, thank you all for watching. I hope to see you in the next one.